Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at a couple of clips from Fat Fab Feminist. She's got a lot of hot takes, as usual. I am still moving, so this video should be shorter. I know I keep saying that, and then I'm releasing the longest videos that I've ever released. I don't know what's going on over here. It'd be funny if I wasn't even moving, dude, and I was just rapidly becoming a hoarder. You just keep seeing all this stuff pile up over here. You're like, I don't know, man. He said he was moving like a couple months ago, and the background just keeps filling up with boxes and stuff. I think I saw an overflowing litter box. I am moving. All right. Let us proceed with the applying of comb to mustache. Hit me with it, Fat Fab Feminist.
In the hospital because I twisted my knee.
In the hospital for this morning. I don't know what this is. What are you in the hospital for?
I've discovered another way that fat phobia impacts my life.
And you've discovered another way that fat phobia impacts your life. I couldn't hear you through the piece of paper that's over your face.
When I hurt my knee, I tried to get a knee brace from like CVS, Walgreens, whatever.
When you hurt your knee, you tried to get a knee brace from CVS, Walgreens, whatever. So when you were out skateboarding, you hurt your knee, and then you need to go get a knee brace from Walgreens. I have been there myself.
They only make knee braces for straight-sized people available in brick-and-mortar stores.
They only make knee braces for, quote, straight-sized people at brick-and-mortar stores. So you're saying that the selection at actual brick-and-mortar stores is far less than online? This is weird. I thought they'd be able to cram every single possible product into one physical location. This is bizarre. Yeah, you know, when I go into Walgreens, they never do have that Cambodian licorice that I like. This is the current year, dude. Come on.
Meaning, if I want a knee brace for my knee, I have to go online and wait 2 days.
Okay, well, at least you can order it online and have it in 2 days. Wow, thanks, modern technology. I know you're not complaining about getting something in 2 days that you ordered online. That is amazing. When Amazon first became a thing, dude, old impatient me was like, dude, this is never going to catch on. When I need something, I need it now, dude. There's no way I'm waiting days to receive something. Now, several $1,000s later, if I get something within 2 or 3 days, I'm stoked. I'm like, oh, dude, what the hell? How did they do that? You know, back in the day, people didn't provide anything for you. You would have to go get it yourself, figure it out on your own, back when people were independent.
I'm very privileged in that, like, I was able to come to the hospital. But, like, if that wasn't an option for me, well, I would just have been bedbound.
Okay, so it wasn't as big of a deal as you said because you went to the hospital and they gave you a knee brace. So that's why you're occupying space in a hospital. Looks like maybe the emergency room or something because you needed a knee brace and Walgreens didn't carry it. Unless I misheard any of that. If I misheard any of that and I'm getting any of that wrong, forgive me. But it appears to me that this person went to the hospital. It looks like an emergency setting or something like that. They're laying in a bed or whatever to get a knee brace. I hope nobody's bleeding out in the waiting room or has a real emergency. How did you get to the hospital to get the knee brace? I don't know. I'm just confused on so many levels, dude.
For 2 days until the knee brace came. And I don't think y'all realize how large of a population is overweight or obese in the United States. Over 70% of the US is overweight and 40% is obese.
Alright, then why are you whispering it to me? Why don't you yell it at me? Say it with your chest.
If you look at sizes, 2/3 of women in the United States are plus size. Do you think everyone can fit in those fucking knee braces? No. But there is literally one size available of knee braces at CVS, Walgreens, whatever.
Well, I guess they don't get a lot of obese people coming in there looking for knee braces, do they? Otherwise, I'm guessing they would increase their stock. We've talked about supply and demand before.
So at least half the population, if they're ever in an accident or hurt themselves, they don't have access. That's wild.
It's funny when people feel so entitled that they get mad about products not being made specifically tailored to them. I went to the store and they didn't even sell a product that was made specifically for me. That's the nature of capitalism and supply and demand, dude. They sell what people buy. And if you have the money to buy it, you can. And if you buy it, it's not taking away from somebody else. And they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you, like, products, goods, and services that are specifically designed for you. If you want those goods, products, and services, you should go start your own store, as I've said many times before. Next. Alright, she's got this post up from the New York Times. The the place I get all of my medical information from. And it says, researchers who study type 2 diabetes, as Wilford Brimley would say, have reached a stark conclusion. There is no device or drug powerful enough to counter the effects of poverty, pollution, stress, a broken food system, cities that aren't walkable, and inequitable access to healthcare. Let's pay attention to the language used. They say there is no device or drug powerful enough to counter all of those things. But there is hard work and self-control to counter all those things. This isn't the smoking gun that she thinks it is. It literally just says there's no drugs or devices that can counter all that stuff, which means the only way to counter it is with hard work and self-control.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess you didn't read it then. I guess you selectively read where you only see the parts that you want. It's specifying device or drug. It doesn't say it's not possible to lose weight because of all these outside influences. It just says there's no device or drug powerful enough to do it for you. Meaning that you'll have to do the hard work yourself. How about that?
Read this.
I did. Did you?
What have we been saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys have been saying has to do with this thing that does not help your case.
Y'all love to blame fat people for their weight and...
Y'all love to blame fat people for their weight? Y'all love to blame anybody but the individual who is personally responsible for their weight and every other aspect of themselves. It is the weakest shit ever to go around blaming the system for your own personal shortcomings.
For their health and for all of the issues that come with being fat. When fat people have been saying for so long that
it's not your fault. You've been saying for so long that it's the poverty, the pollution, the stress, the broken food system, the cities that aren't walkable, and inequitable access to healthcare. Cities that aren't walkable, don't you live in New York? And inequitable access to healthcare. Weren't you just in the ER in the last video just for a knee brace? Taking up space that injured people could have been using? And also, I love them trying to say pollution is going to make you gain weight. Pollution makes you nauseous and then you don't want to eat. What are you talking about?
An individual's weight is not just determined by what they eat. There are so many factors.
But have you tried changing the way you eat and seeing if that particular factor actually works? Because it's worked for thousands, even millions of others.
That go into people's weights. But it is so much easier to blame individuals than it is to take a look at the systemic issues.
That is so ironic. It is so much easier for you to blame systemic issues than to look at yourself as an individual and take accountability.
That we have in this country and address those. Y'all will call fat people lazy and disgusting and blame us for every experience that we have.
I blame everyone for every experience that they have, regardless of your body size or your race or anything. Whatever's happening to you, you're doing it. It's all your own fault. You are where you are in this world because of where you put yourself. And if you see it any differently, then you're always going to be a victim.
Instead of actually considering, hey, maybe millions and millions and millions of people in this country are fat for a reason.
I would say the overconsumption of processed foods, sugar, and the lack of movement is why so many people in this country are overweight. If it's all of these systemic issues, then how come in other countries where people don't have all this processed fast food and stuff, they're not suffering from the same problems? And if it is the systemic fat phobia that is keeping you overweight, like people giving you a hard time about your weight and stuff, then how come in other cultures where people are not overweight and they're not sold a bunch of processed garbage, the people don't gain weight from being fat shamed there?
Maybe there's a reason. None of the fat people should have to justify their existence, but there are just so many factors in play with individuals' weights and health, and y'all minimize something that it cannot be minimized to.
Your weight is 100% within your control. I know you don't want to hear this, but the only person responsible for you is you. You are where you are right now because of what you did. The only one who can get you out of this situation is you. Why is that the scariest thing on earth to hear for you? That should be like music to your ears. You're like, oh, finally, I can do something. I am in control of myself and I can do something about this. Thank God. But no, you guys want to wallow in your own crapulence and blame anybody and everybody but yourself. Sorry, it's hard to make good jokes. It's hard to make good jokes when people say such ludicrous things that try to blame everyone and everything else for their own stuff. Alright, this comment says, y'all will do anything but not change your life to a better way. Well, we just saw several examples of people blaming anyone and everything other than themselves for where they are in their own lives.
See, this is where y'all are not understanding the issue. This is not a me problem. This is not an individual issue.
Yes, it is. It's not my fault, and it's not the system's fault that you chose of your own free will to eat the way that you do and move the way that you do, or don't. That is all you.
This is an issue with the fact that over half of Americans are considered overweight and obese.
100 years ago, was that the case? If not, then I guess it's the food.
Right? Over half of Americans. Meaning this is not just an individual me issue.
You're the one complaining about the problems that affect you as a larger person, so it is an individual you issue. If you want to be comfortable in this world, then you're going to have to conform to it.
This is an issue that impacts millions.
Millions of people have given themselves all kinds of issues, whether it be obesity, drug addiction, etc.
Of Americans. So me losing weight, particularly, me in particular, if I lose weight, yeah, sure. Maybe I would be more able to find things that fit me. Maybe I would not have to experience fat phobia, yeah.
Okay then. I guess that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, she wasn't done. I thought she was just going to be like, yeah, if I lost weight, all these problems would go away. And then the video ends, and then we never hear from this person again until in a year we see them come out and show their body transformation. Something tells me the video is not over yet. Is there going to be a but in here like, but it's actually everybody else's fault?
Whatever, but that doesn't solve the systemic issues at play.
Each individual needs to solve their own issues. There's no systemic issue. You just said that if you lost weight, you would stop experiencing all these problems. And then you go on to say that it's a systemic problem. It can't be both at the same time. Each individual has the responsibility to change themselves. And if you don't, the only one who has to deal with that is you.
Right? One individual losing weight will improve their own personal life.
Whoa, 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 what do you mean? One individual losing weight will improve their personal life. Fat Fab Feminist, 2022. You can quote that.
Yes, but it will not improve the life of all fat people everywhere.
Right, because they lost the weight and they're no longer fat. What are you talking about? Oh, so if I just lose weight, I'm just doing it for me, but it doesn't help all fat people everywhere. Well, yeah, duh, they all have to do the work themselves too. You think that when one fat person loses weight, you should all lose weight? I need to bring you all along with me without you doing any work or taking any personal responsibility. You'll really learn that way.
Do you understand the issue? Fat people shouldn't have to lose weight in order to gain access to the exact same things that thin people have access to.
You have access to the same food, to the same gyms, to the same outside fresh air to go walk around in that the rest of us have access to. You have access to the same internet that can teach you all about all different kinds of diets, how carbs and sugar work, and all this kind of stuff. You didn't think I was born just knowing all this stuff, did you? That's only half right. What? That doesn't even make any sense.
Individual weight loss doesn't do anything to deal with systemic fat phobia.
Right, and luckily we live in a place where we have individual freedom, so we don't have to worry about doing things for the betterment of the group. If I were going to change the system, I would change it to benefit me. Duh. All of these people have this wacky-ass communist ideology where it's all about the group and the community and the system needs to do all this stuff for you. The system doesn't owe you shit. All I want from the system is to be left the F alone forever. You hear me, FBI? Just leave me the hell alone. I don't need your protection. Please. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.